Okay, hello everyone and welcome to another Randomised Gaming stream. As always, I am your host for this Randomised Gaming stream, Random Gamer Riven. So yes, we will be passing the checkpoint, as they say. So, I decided I was going to do... I had a thought about it and I decided in the end I'd actually do OutRun. So we'll have a listen and we'll have a play on the iconic Sega Saturn version. Now, we should be able to unlock the arrange test and everything. I haven't actually brought up my save file. I've just created a fresh save. So I think... I'm just trying to remember if the secret options were hold. Let me just see if the... Just going to find out the bonus options before I begin. But yes, this is the original OutRun, and while we're doing it, let's listen to some iconic. Let's go. Oh, there we go. Let's listen to some arranged music for a second. So that's the smooth mode. You hold down A and C and press left or right on. There are a few bonus options as well, as I recall. And you can actually put it into arcade mode. Highlight options for easy control. AC start. Cornering, arcade, easy. Okay. So yeah, AC start and hold AC and press left on the to get the additional smooth. And operator screen XYZ and press start. I want to do the options. The time limit normal, enemy level normal, game manual. I'll start with the Japanese. So the Western courses do have slightly different. So brake, accelerate, brake, Y gear, switch. LNR race gear. Okie dokie, let's get on with a quick race and see what my skills are like. It's been a while since I played OutRun, so I'm not going to necessarily be at my peak, but I will be getting better over the course of this stream.
Get ready.
And there we go with that sweet remixed music. And it really is some absolutely phenomenal soundtrack.
Checkpoint.
Now it's worth mentioning the Japanese and the overseas version actually have different track orders, so the routes in the Japanese version are slightly different to the overseas version. No idea why they changed them. No idea. Maybe they just slightly felt they wanted to mix it up a little bit. And that is a quick sample of OutRun. Oh, don't worry, I'll be trying more and more attempts. Yeah, I broke a bit too much. You just be quite on your game there. Okie dokie. The remix soundtrack is lovely. You can do the original arcade soundtrack. I will do a bit mix of both. Yeah, just listen to that sweet music. Okay, I'll be back in a sec, guys. I'm just gonna nipping into another room in the office, and then I'll be back.
Get ready.
Splash wave. Now, as I explained a few years ago in one of our Saturn videos, this version, the US and Europe, or certainly the European release, is utterly broken. I don't know about the US release, but for the European release, they took the optimized code, they optimized the game for 50 Hz, and they didn't properly optimize it, so they inadvertently increased the difficulty exponentially, making it borderline unplayable. I'm just loving that rifting music. Okay, I need to do better than that. Nope, don't want that. There are 4 tracks, aren't there? Passing Breeze, Last Wave. Okay, how do I get Last Wave again? What's this? How do you select Last Wave? OutRun, Arcade. How do you select Last Wave?
Get ready.
Press the XYZ and start. Anytime during the game, X. Nope, that's rubbish. That doesn't work. Time hold XYZ and press start. You can adjust the number. Maybe that's if you flip it into arcade mode. So I'm just trying to work.
Checkpoint.
Okay, that's me out again. I'm going to be a bit cheeky and set the time limit to easy just so it gives it a bit smooth. So let's do overseas smooth to see the difference. And you'll notice the stage order.
Get ready.
It just makes it nicer on the stream rather than me having to learn the ropes fully. Just be a bit of error.
Checkpoint.
So yeah, you see, as is the international version, the stage order changes. So we now have the sort of the grassy hill one for some reason. I'm really not sure why they changed it. God, that's dreadful. But you see, the Western version has a different stage order to the Japanese version. As I drive around in my red Ferrari. I think for many people this is as close as you'll ever get to driving a Ferrari around Europe or wherever. I think I'll stick with the let's look at the Japanese one non-smooth, see how that looks in comparison.
Get ready.
Yeah, it doesn't look as good when it's not in smooth mode, does it? This game is still an iconic. It's almost hypnotic with how smooth and relaxing it is. I appreciate some of the guys on the last stream had some other suggestions. I thought actually I'm just going to play something just to chill out to, and this is one of those perfect games to chill out to. Okay, apologies there. I noticed there was something weird going on with my stats at the minute. I had a black screen, so I just wanted to check it was all hunky-dory there a second. Oh. I mean, what is there not to say about this game, or what hasn't been said before? It is just a superfluous racer. It really is the pinnacle of the driving genre, really. Well, I'm not having great starts at the minute. I need to get better. But just a joy to listen to the music. Let's stick it back on smooth. Actually passing these again. And the arranged soundtrack is just absolutely superb. Let's go right this time, although this is not going to be a great run either.
Checkpoint.
I'm going to try and finish how many routes I can during the course of the stream. Although so far I'm not having great runs, I'm going to go all right this time. Oh, this blooming cars, they keep getting in my way. Oh, and they've stitched me up. They've stitched me up.
Get ready.
Checkpoint.
Hi Atorika, thanks for joining the stream tonight. And yes, this is definitely, I think the Sega Saturn's version is definitely the best port to date. Better than the Dreamcast ports, better than the PS2 ones, and better than the 3DS one. It's just, to date, it remains the best, the best, the creme de la creme. And the arranged soundtrack is just the icing on the cake. I mean, I could play with the original music, but the arranged soundtrack is better. Yeah, I know we've got it on the smooth mode. I unlocked that before I began. You should be able to see.
Checkpoint.
It gives you 4 modes. You can do 30. Why you'd want to do 30 frames a second, I have no idea. There may be a reason, but I unlocked all the options at the start of the video. It's just a glorious game to listen to and play. I mean, this is 1986 arcade gaming. Come on, let's make it. I want to try and get to the next one. No, don't want to run out of time here. Come on, come on. Oh. That is just superb. Yeah, the arranged out the Sega Saturn Sega Volume version, as we've covered before on the channel, is actually missing some of the music from some of the games, so be back in a sec, guys, so I'll just give you a quick ad break. So appreciate all the likes, everyone. This is certainly one of the sort of greatest arcade games of the 1980s, if not the greatest. Although I must admit the Turtles Arcade. The Turtles Arcade was probably the game I spent the most quarters on. Can't actually be 100% certain though. It's the one I remember playing the most. I'm going to let you in on a secret. I wasn't a big fan of OutRun when I was younger. I just remember it being rather unforgiving. And it's one of those games that I think I've enjoyed much more on the home consoles.
Get ready.
Let's give it another shot. Can we do it this time? Partly is there is actually an element of luck. The traffic is very random in this, and you can get the traffic in places that will just completely force you to slow down, or you can get other times just get smooth, clear runs where you don't need to do anything. For that glorious sound track. It's truly a beautiful game. Apologies, I won't be looking at the comments until I finish each race because I really do need to watch my whole attention, but appreciate you on the stream, Arika. As always, it's good to see you back here at Randomised Gaming. Very much appreciated. And I hope you enjoyed tonight's look at at the iconic OutRun. Yeah, the Sega Saturn's version was 96, the original arcade game is 1996. Just to make you feel old.
Checkpoint.
As if like you remember the first time you saw this arcade game, then yeah, now you're gonna feel a bit old. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Ooh. So that's put me well behind. I need to catch up a bit. This is what I mean by you can get a bit sandwiched at points. You are a bit at the mercy of the game.
Checkpoint.
Yeah, I got inundated with traffic again on that one. That's one of the things about OutRun. You can get a bit swamped by traffic, so the game is a bit unforgiving in that respect. Yeah, OutRun 2 is a glorious game as well. I have actually seen the arcade game. They did have some in London. I never actually played it though. As by the time I saw it, I played the Xbox version to death.
Get ready.
But yeah, it's fair to say OutRun 2, despite it being a very popular game, I don't think arcade-wise it was that successful, as I never saw it round much. Which is probably why there isn't an OutRun 3 at present.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
I must admit, I seem to be a bit rusty at this. I wanted to play the port Turbo OutRun that came out for the 3DS only in Japan. Now that I didn't know, did M2 did the Turbo OutRun port. Yeah, Sega have been really bad for re-releasing some of their games. We're still waiting on the Virtualon Masterpiece Collection for getting a Western release. But I don't think it's going to happen now. I think Sega have been quite bad at... Swap to the overseas version for a bit.
Get ready.
Let's do ABCs. That was dreadful start. Actually, you know what, I'll switch to... Let's do the BMG arcade for a bit. The classic arcade music now for a little bit.
Get ready.
Checkpoint.
Yeah, M2 have got quite bad at not releasing their games outside of Japan. They've kind of become a bit... I mean, M2's arcade emulation quality I know has dipped quite badly in recent years, and...
Get ready.
But their inability to get their games that they've developed released is deeply concerning now.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Not going to do it this run. Ooh. Yeah, the traffic level is really irritating. I'm not going to turn it down because it's the arcade traffic level. So what you're saying, Arika, the Monster World collection that M2 developed by the PS2 was the pinnacle of great compilation stuck in Japan. On the Sega side, probably. They did a great Fancy Star collection afterwards that was slightly more complete. But yeah, it was probably the last one Westerners would probably really want to buy, or anyone outside of Japan for that matter. Much better and complete compared to what they released later digitally for the Xbox 360. Yes, totally true. The later, I mean, the only advantage with the later digital 360 version was that it was the first English translation of Monster World 4, but of course effectively you got half the collection as you only got 3 games, and you're missing the original Wonder Boy arcade, Monster Lair and Dragon's Trap, 2 of which, admitting Monster's Lair, which is probably the weakest game in the series, the original Wonder Boy is fantastic, and Dragon's Trap is arguably the best game in the series as well.
Get ready.
Checkpoint.
So yeah, as you can see, for the Western version, or the overseas versions, they
Checkpoint.
changed the second stage on the left and the second stage on the right. They didn't get rid of any stages, they just for some reason moved the stage order around. I have no idea why, unless it's related to where you were in the world. I wonder if they wanted tracks near you so you kind of recognise them. So of course tracks nearer to Japan would be further away. Can I do it? I need to be hitting the divider about now. Come on, where's that divider? 4 jumps. No, I'm going to hit the divider about now, aren't I? Yep, I failed. Oh, it actually got released. I didn't realise it got an Arcade Archive release. I suspect Sega probably retracted their license on it. And the other thing is, I don't know if you've seen, there's a remake in the West of Wonder Boy. And I do actually have the remake. And initially I thought it was going to be pretty terrible. But actually it wasn't that bad. Hi Stu Roro, thanks for joining the stream as well. Great to see a couple of you guys on tonight's stream. Hope you enjoy this look at OutRun, see if I can actually beat it. Appreciate, as always, if you're enjoying our content, please do hit that like button here at Randomised Gaming. My name is Random Gamer Riven, the host of Randomised Gaming. So if you enjoy our content, please do hit that like button. And of course, if you're new to the channel and haven't seen our content before, please do consider subscribing. And if you do subscribe, I've set it up so just to help avoid spam, you only need to be subscribed to a minute and then you can chat in chat. Apologies, it's just as a thing to avoid spam. So you just need to be subscribed to the minute and you can unsubscribe at the end of the video if you don't like our content. Yeah, the remake of Wonder Boy, I was actually quite surprised. It's actually quite good. I was expecting it to be terrible because I heard initially it was a mobile game. So I was expecting the worst. When I actually got round to playing it, I was surprised it was actually quite enjoyable. I was like expecting it to be appallingly bad, the remake, and it wasn't. Kind of hit me for 6, so to speak.
Checkpoint.
I think with the Arcade Archives, it's more a case of licensing issues. They seem to have not... Pretty much every game's getting released across the board on the Arcade Archives, but occasionally you get 1 or 2 that's suddenly missing out from a region for whatever reason. So I don't think it's viability. I think it's more licensing issues. I'm determined to try and start by getting all left route, but at the minute I don't seem to be succeeding that well. I've currently got the original soundtrack on just because I know the purists will want the original soundtrack. I know myself, I like the original music, but it's not as good as the rearranged stuff they did for this one. Yeah, the Monsters, as I said before, the Monster World Complete Collection had all 6 games, but for some reason the later 360 version had 3 of the games removed from this collection, from the series, which just seemed a bit weird. I wonder if they had actually intended to sell them as a separate pack, and the first one hadn't done that well. I'm going to swap back to the Japanese version. Let's get some Japanese smooth loving. Just splash wave. No, in Wonder Boy's case, Westone were bankrupted, and basically the guy who ran it did what we call a phoenixing, where he basically resurrected the company as another one called Latter, who now own all the rights. Sega, you have to remember, Sega actually owned the rights to the Wonder Boy series, period. Latter owned the rights to the original games. Or Westone. Westone renamed, as I like to call them, which is what they are.
Checkpoint.
Also, the way the scaling is, this game is just almost hypnotic. Determined to beat a few of the routes tonight. I am a bit rusty, and I would prefer a steering wheel, but not that it makes too much difference, the joypad or the steering wheel. Hi 8-Bit Boy, thanks for joining the stream. I'll look at your messages again once I've cleared this attempt, although I'm not going to get that far into it. I'm not having the best run tonight so far.
Checkpoint.
Come on, get to that checkpoint. Come on.
Checkpoint.
Right, not going to beat this one, but at least I've got to the checkpoint. Oh, I should have done better that one. I can feel a bit tiredness tonight. Oh, never mind. Okay. Appreciate all the likes, everyone. If you are enjoying this stream, please do hit that like button. It is very much appreciated. I see a couple of you on stream now. Please do smash that like button. And if you want to join in the chat, all you need to be is subscribed for a minute. It's just to block spammers, unfortunately. You can always unsubscribe if you don't like our content at the end of the channel. So what are you guys chatting about there? Yeah, I need to. I should have used the arcade. I do love the arcade racing wheel, but it's not convenient to have it on my lap in streaming. So, God, that music is just so superb. I'd literally fall asleep to it playing in my ears. Sega 1986 to 1996. Absolute masterclass of gaming this was. And still remains. And yes, as you say, Stu Roro, I doubt many young people will know the feeling of seeing an arcade cabinet. I mean, you used to see the arcade cabinets. You got the stand-up ones, and you get so many of the... I'll put it back to the arrange track now. So many of the sit-down ones. And you used to see them everywhere, like ferries. You'd get on a ferry between France and England. Certainly when I was younger, we used to go on holiday to France, and they would be on the ferries, and you'd find them just about everywhere. The arcades by seaside resources. They'd just be there. The OutRun. As I mentioned earlier, when I was younger, I wasn't a big fan of this game, I have to admit. This is one of those games I respect a lot more as I got older. I think because when you're young, this type of game, like, you gotta drive. Whereas now I can appreciate what a masterpiece it absolutely is. I think Afterburner's the one AM2 game I still don't rate that much. The later versions are really good, but the original Afterburner and it's basically upgrade Afterburner 2, I still don't rate that much. I would take Space Harrier and OutRun over Afterburner, even Super Hang On, and the original Hang On over Afterburner 2 any day of the week.
Checkpoint.
Yeah, I mean, you used to find them at airports everywhere. I'm surprised there aren't more of these kicking around. I sadly suspect a lot of arcade games got destroyed. Because once they were done with them, certainly in the mid to late 90s, what did people... I don't imagine a lot of the old... I expect a lot of the older arcade boards they just destroyed because they didn't think people would want to play them again.
Checkpoint.
Don't mind me whistling, it's just such good music. Oh, I might just be able to do this one this time. Come on, come on. 13 seconds, gonna be tight. You damn traffic. Oh, come on. Yes. Okay, just right. I have to literally burn rubber around this whole section. Oh! Yeah, I agree with you as well, Stu Roro. It's definitely the cabinet added the most to Afterburner. I mean, you've got the mission stick on the Saturn one, and it's all right, but it's still it was, even with the cabinet, it was never a great game. Oddly enough, I actually felt Thunderhawk is a better game than Afterburner. Was it Thunderblade? The Chopper one Sega did that doesn't seem to ever get any love. They never re-released it in any of the retro collections on the Saturn or anything.
Get ready.
But it's one of those games where even if you have a good experience, it's still not a great game. So OutRun, even if you have rubbish controls, it's still a phenomenal driving game, I should say. It's not a racing game, it's a driving game, as we're actually driving to our destination in a time limit. We're not directly racing against anyone. It is just the utmost pinnacle of driving. You on an open road, carefree, just driving away.
Checkpoint.
Oh, that was a really good time there as well. No, I'm going to beat this tonight. I mean, I beat it in the video we did a while back, so I'm just not having a good run tonight, but I can feel a bit tired, which is never good when you're trying to stream and want to fall asleep. Literally a couple times I have literally closed my eyes and I'm like, oh. Yep, it ain't going to be this run. It ain't going to be this run. No. The music is just absolutely first class though. I mean, you cannot, the music is just phenomenal. I had a really good run, I just absolutely stuffed this one up this time. Yes, you're correct. All of them were reprogrammed ports. This one wasn't even reprogrammed by Sega. It was reprogrammed by a company called Rutubo Games, who had previously done X-Men Children on the Atom on Saturn and a couple of Sega's other games. So the superb X-Men Children of the Atoms port on Sega Saturn was not done by Capcom. It was done by Rutubo Games, who did this as well. I think they did a few of the other Sega collections as well. Appreciate all the likes, everyone. Glad to see you're all enjoying it. And look at this iconic racer. It is just the music for this Saturn array. I just love the Saturn Arrange soundtrack, as I was saying earlier.
Get ready.
Alright, so I had 83 seconds before. Oh man, what a screw up that last one was. I need more tea and coffee in my veins to keep me awake, so I can actually play well.
Checkpoint.
do hate that. It's the enemies just swerve right in front of you. And they made them do that in Daytona as well. They will just...
Checkpoint.
I can still do this times down though. Not a great run. I need to keep at max speed. But you are... If you have normal and heavy traffic, it definitely makes things a bit more difficult. In fact, really heavy traffic is just random if you can beat the game or not. Because you can't... You get too much traffic, you won't be able to beat it consistently. On 17. Right. And the game does like to deliberately put cars at
Checkpoint.
69, okay. Plus side, I'm at full speed at the minute, so I'm absolutely hacking through this. Come on, come on, come on. Brake a bit more. Right, I'm going to do it this time, but not unless the straight's about to hit. No. It's a goner. I'm out of time again. Hello X Gaming, hello Share Porter, great to see you guys. Hello, yeah, I'll say hello. So hello to everyone on stream. So hello, I'll just say go to everyone at the minute. Appreciate all the likes, everyone. Very much appreciated. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your support. And keep watching it so that we'll start shooting up the watch time. Thank you. We've got quite a few people. So thanks to everyone on stream. So thank you to Arika. Let's see who else we've got stream. 8-bit SNK boy, Stu Roro. And we've just been joined by Itch, Sherry Porter, and X Gaming X. Hi, and hi to JJ Lynn. Hello, newcomer. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Randomised Gaming stream. My name is Random Gamer Riven, and I am the editor of Randomised Gaming. And in tonight's stream, I am looking at the Sega Saturn's version of OutRun. Right, let's see if I can actually do this now. I'm quite keen to try and get this done.
Get ready.
So I hope you've all had a good day, or are having a good day wherever you are in the world. Apologies guys, I can't look too much at the comments, as I've said to a few of the others, when I'm actually driving, or else that's when I make a lot of mistakes. This is a game I have to really concentrate on. Yeah, previously, I haven't streamed this one, but we previously streamed Outrunners. Yeah, Outrunners on the Mega Drive, which actually a really enjoyable one. So, Outrunners actually, as we mentioned at the time, Outrunners on the Mega Drive. On the Mega Drive, it's a very impressive version. For the Mega Drive, it's actually a really enjoyable, impressive version. As a port of the arcade game, it's a bit sucky, but if you treat it as its own game, it's quite a respectable, very enjoyable title. And as I was saying to the other guys, this is by far the best version of OutRun out there on the Sega to date. I mean, the only slight downside with this version is we've actually got a revised revision. There was the first release was a bit buggy and doesn't work on Model 2 and certain later revisions Sega Saturn, so do be a bit careful. Make sure you get the revised edition of the game. Yes, music's so good, I'm going to badly try and hum it.
Checkpoint.
Great to see you all saying hi to each other in the chat. It's really nice. It's nice to start slowly building up the randomised gaming community. Although they never felt like it, the tracks are actually the same every time you race them. This one's got a tricky double chicane that I've passed. Oh, come on. Get in there. No. No, come on. 17 seconds. Come on, we need... Come on, I need to be out the interchange by now. Come on. Hold it. Hold. Oh. 3 seconds. Okay, this is going to be tight. Come on. Let's see if I can do it. Like I said, I am out of practice and I'm not using a steering wheel. But that music is just so great. So visually, it still looks incredible. And take note, indie gamers, this is a 1986 arcade game. If you want to make something like this, if you're making retro games, you need to make indie-themed retro games. You need to make them better than games like this. Ironically, we did actually cover, I don't know if any of you guys saw the videos I did. We did do a video of oh, what's it called again? Horizon Chase. 10 seconds. Oh, can I get to the checkpoint? It's gonna be tight. Come on, come on. 4. To tell about the revisions of the game, the website Satakori lists them. I actually listed the revisions in my previous OutRun playthrough video that I did. We previously did a long play where I actually did a full playthrough, or at least of one of the tracks. I should probably do like an uber epic playthrough. Basically, if you look at the matrix number on the disc, it should have A right next to the end of it, which indicates it's the second printing. Ooh, that was a close one. Let's do some passing breeze. I'm going to go the middle route. I'm going to take a few different routes again. I keep trying to beat that left route and not coming a bit short tonight.
Checkpoint.
Appreciate everyone watching tonight's stream as well. Thank you guys. It's always a joy to have you all with me. See if I can improve my driving skills. I definitely feel a bit rusty, I must admit. I was expecting to have cleared it by now.
Checkpoint.
Currently playing the Japanese smooth version, which is running at 60 frames a second. Oh, now that's really just knackered me my time, because they were the three of them and there's nothing I could do there. I had to slow down. Oh, I was having a really good run up until then. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. Do you know what the adverts for like the Sega arcade cabinet? I think I'm going to make the cut. 3, 2, 1. No, we're not going to make... Oh, just! Oh, we're not going to make the next one. Literally, I need to do a perfect lap, and I ain't going to do that if I have to slow down even once. Which I've already had to do, so no, we're not going to do it. Yeah, no. If you'll know if you have a bad revision of the game, because it's not a bad revision. Basically, if both revisions worked fine on a Sega Saturn Model 1, but the first revision doesn't work on a Model 2. So if you have a Model 1, you'll work perfectly, and you don't ever need to worry about swapping the disc, even if it is the first revision. For some reason, they basically made a mistake and didn't test it on Model 2s. Yeah, you've got the original revision 8-bit SNK boy. My one has that same number, but so my one's actually... in fact, I'll even tell you what my one is from my previous video. But yeah, it works perfectly on the mod. If you have a Model 1 Saturn, it doesn't matter what. It's not that it's... It's not like a bad revision as such. It's basically, well, it was a bad revision if you had a Model 2 Saturn, but it wasn't like it's a bug fix. It was basically a bug fix for a hardware issue. And while you guys are waiting, I'll just quickly pop in an ad. Oh, some of you guys would... Pop into our content. OutRun, where is it? I'll get the... So this is the matrix code for the bug fixed version, which we have, because I'm actually playing this. Right, so on the Model 2, both OutRun and Space Harrier have this same issue. But largely, most games work perfectly on the Model 2. The real compatibility issues were actually with the Derby Saturn, or the This Is Cool Saturn, in the very last Derby revision. That had major hardware problems. There are actually quite a few games that don't work on that. So Metal Slug doesn't work properly. I know In the Hunt's always very dubious. You have Space Harrier. There's a couple of other games off the top of the head that I know have issues working on that version. But that was the very last model. And effectively that was like the Model 3 Saturn. But that got such a limited release, very few people have it. So I'm going to swap back to the Overseas Smooth for a bit. I'll kick with the arranged soundtrack. Let's go. Stick with Passing Breeze.
Get ready.
Oh, half the guys are heading off, I see. So appreciate everyone who's staying. It's saying my current viewers has gone down to 3. But this is, as I said before, this is just a superb, absolutely superb game. It really is one of the best driving games ever made. And I'm surprised they haven't done an OutRun 3 yet. But the thing is, although OutRun 2 is always talked about and much loved, I don't know how well OutRun 2 actually sold. And then there's also actually the issue with the Ferrari license, which is another problem, in that sometimes the Ferrari license has been tied up with other developers and studios, and they haven't been. They literally, Sega cannot release the game without the say-so of someone like Activision or EA, etc. You see, they actually changed the time of day for this stage in the overseas version. There was some slightly odd change. It's weird. I don't know why they changed the course layout. There must have been a reason for it. Maybe it was to know when they saw the cabinet which version people were playing. So you could tell if someone had legally imported it or something. Well, not that imports are actually illegal, but they used to stick that warning message up just for the... Literally, because it meant Sega Japan... Yeah, Daytona 3 is... Everything I've heard about Daytona 3 brings tears to my eyes for all the wrong reasons. It was developed by, I think, one of their Shanghai cheap studios. I mean, they inadvertently released the game on... They basically revealed it was running on a PC. And a while back, they inadvertently released the game on their website to download. They subsequently removed it, but once it got out there, literally lots and lots of people could play Daytona 3, and everyone said it's just not very good. I haven't actually seen a cab myself, but from what I understand, it is a pretty awful game, Daytona 3. How's my driving? Not very successful again. I might just get to the next round. Just being the optimal word. No, there's still no home port of Daytona 2. I would love a home port of Daytona 2. I'd actually just like a port of... I'd actually like a Daytona game that just literally had all the tracks from all the versions. So Daytona USA, Daytona USA Championship Edition, the extra track in the PC Championship Edition, all the tracks from Daytona 2, and all the tracks from Daytona 2001 as well. That would be a really nice game if they did that. Nope, this is not a good run. Oh, it's the first pressing of In the Hunt. Yeah, there's lots of confusion about In the Hunt, saying it doesn't... See, my PAL version works fine. Ah, so you're saying it's the very first... That would make sense. It was the first revision. So you actively want to avoid the very first pressing unless you have an original Model 1 Saturn. Because I know everyone's always had problems with In the Hunt, but no one's ever been able to quite narrow it down. So it is actually the first presser. Yeah, sadly the Dreamcast Daytona 2001 was developed by Genki Games, who didn't understand who later admitted they didn't understand how the handling of the game worked. I mean, Genki Video Games have done some great games, and I actually did work on a game with them. And they did a really good job of all their stuff, but they just did not understand Daytona. Strangely enough, AM2 actually farmed out a lot of their ports to Genki during the Dreamcast era. So I think Sega Rally and Virtua Fighter were both done by Genki as well. I definitely know Virtua Fighter was. I'm not entirely sure about Sega Rally. When you are really, this game does, the randomness of the traffic really does throw a bit of a spanner in your works.
Checkpoint.
Yeah, the Dreamcast version is by far the worst version of Daytona. It looks the part, but it just plays. It plays, as I call it, Daytona on ice. The handling just feels like everything is so slippery. By the way, as I mentioned to some of the other guys on stream the other night, I am partly debating about whether people would like Randomised Gaming to get a Discord. So I'm going to leave that a bit open to people, but if people are interested in a Discord, please do let me know. Admittedly, that means more work for modding, because I know but it's a thing to help build communities our end, so... Oh, that's another terrible run. I'm really not having a good run tonight, I will admit. I don't think I'm going to beat this tonight. That's disappointing.
Checkpoint.
Well, you can't win them all. I've previously done it in another video, so I'm not sure. Admittedly, I will admit my concentration isn't here 100% tonight. Oh, those music riffs. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind speed runs. I just hate them when they're using exploits and glitches. That to me is just people cheating. And there was something about Dark Souls where they were saying, oh, well, these people used the shield and that run wasn't as good. And it's like, well, they're still running it. But yeah, I can appreciate the time it takes to run those games is a very long thing. Ah, okay, that actually explains. Okay, cheers, 8BS and K-Boy. I've heard, because over the years I've heard lots of things saying the PAL version didn't work and the US version as well. So it's only the original pressing, and that will only work on an original. But yeah, because there's been lots of people that sort of been a bit woolly on it over the years. Okay, that explains it perfectly then. Cheers, 8BS and K-Boy, because a lot of people I've seen have never really quite cleared it up that well. So it's the original, it's the Japanese version only, it's only the original BIOS. Okay, so that would explain why our PAL version we never had an issue with.
Get ready.
Get some passing breeze. Hello, X Gaming X7. Oh, I'm going to restart that. That was a dreadful start. Hi again, X Gaming 765. You disappeared for a bit. We had a couple of people disappear, I noticed. So whether there was a hiccup in the connection, I don't know.
Get ready.
Checkpoint.
Oh, you often get that they'll just pull in front of you. Yeah, the Saturn's version of In the Hunt is not the smoothest, I will admit. It is actually now out on the Arcade Archives In the Hunt. So I must admit, I wouldn't actually go for the Saturn's version these days without being out on the Arcade Archives, as that is a perfect rendition of the arcade. So, but it is a phenomenal game. Of course, made by Irem, but made by the team members of Irem, who later went on to do Metal Slug. Although, from what I gather, when we were looking at some of the guys that worked on Metal Slug, we think Irem may have done it as some sort of work for hire.
Checkpoint.
The PS1 version apparently has some sort of bonus mode, I think, that reduces the slowdown from what I understand. Although I imagine the PS1 version is missing some animation. I've never actually played the PS1 version. It's rather expensive these days and I have no interest in picking it up. The only reason I'd grab it is for video comparisons. As long as this car's going to pull in front of me, get off the road, get off the road, get out of the way. Hopefully we haven't got connection issues. We seem to be going a little bit up and down, I notice. Oh. Not really on something like In the Hunt. I think one or two of them do struggle a bit on the Switch with some of the more intense games. I finished the arcade. It's missing animation. Yeah, I think there's also a smooth mode. I think they said with the.
Get ready.
Yeah, I think NASCAR, I'm beginning to come to the impression, based on some of the stuff in the new R-Type 2 final, they actually interview some of the developers. I think NASCAR that basically may have been REM, it's like development studio after REM sort of gave up during the 90s.
Checkpoint.
I think one of the things about Run, it was one of those games when you saw it in the arcade, and if you were playing ZX Spectrums or whatever home computer at the time, you were just literally blown away by it. I know I was, and admittedly I was quite young when I was very young when this came out, but I can still sort of remember it in the 80s thinking, wow, that looks fantastic.
Checkpoint.
It's not actually the time that's the biggest trouble in this, it's the traffic. Because as I mentioned, the traffic is just totally random as far as I can tell. Oh, that crash has probably knocked me out getting to the next. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, ho, ho. Okay, now I'm a goner. For me personally, we don't have a Switch, but I would probably go for the PS. I think it depends. If you're... So I prefer the PS4 to the Switch, although I don't have a Switch. If you're going to play them on the go, then get them on the Switch. If, like me, you prefer the more home experience, I prefer them on PS4, but I'd leave it purely up to what's your personal preference. I am aware of a few bugs in a few games on some of the platforms, so I've heard some horror stories about Metal Slug on the Xbox. We actually had a couple of comments from people saying the two-player mode on the Xbox version of the Arcade Archives for a couple of the early games, like Metal Slug, does not work, that is just a shocking issue if true. But basically, I think it's more a case of I'll leave it up to you. Oh, that was a new record time. Still not as far. I still haven't got to a fifth. Some good games there you were playing, Arica. The PS4 gets them as well, but I am aware of the disparities that you're talking about, Arica. There are quite a few games that are only on the Xbox One. There are some games only on the Switch, and if you actually look, there are some games only in Japan, some games only in the US, a couple of games only in Europe. There's a bit of a thing, I think generally, because like Atomic Robo Kid and Shadow or Ninja Gaiden, you can get in America and Japan, but you can't get over here in Europe. So there's a few disparities. I'm not sure quite what's going on with them.
Get ready.
I think 183 is the best speed to change gear at. If anyone knows the perfect gear speed to change, please do let me know. I definitely need a few tips to improve my game a bit tonight. I'm not even following my conventional tactics of stay to like the left and the right on the turns. To restart that. Yeah, for some of them, I think it was a case of that they had issues releasing them on the PS4 and Switch. But yeah, Hamster are weird. There are a couple of exclusive games, so I don't know for certain why. It would purely be down to Hamster as to why that's occurring. I sometimes wonder if because they churn them out so quickly, whether it's a case of that they can't get the actual release slots, because having actually worked with Sony and actually published content, basically I know each week they can only publish so many video games on their digital systems, and it might be a case that the Arcade Archives publishes so often that they can't get slots all the time. Which might explain a few of the missing games. And then they have to wait until the slot becomes available. That may not always be the case. There may be licensing issues. There may be other reasons why as well. Tonight I'm using the standard joypad. I should have got out the analog stick in the steering wheel, but I couldn't be bothered, to be honest. But yes, this would be slightly smoother with the steering wheel and analog joypad. We do have the steering wheel, we do the thing, but I'm just playing this with the digital. I thought I'd just do it with the D-pad. Just because that's the setup I've got at the minute. So you get 2 chicanes in this one actually. 3 chicanes in this stage. Stage actually has 4 chicanes, does it? Hard right. Another hard right. Hard left. I think we're at the interchange yet. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. Right, don't mess this up, Riven. Do not mess this up. Oh, you... I got log jammed there. Oh. Yes, it is compatible with the 3D controller and the arcade stick. Oh, I've gone and messed up my run now. Holy. Oh, I'm fuming. This was a superb run. And the game basically did that to me. It's put in a load of... And I'm in low gear, so it's my own fault. Oh, lorry traffic. Taken out by traffic this time. Yes, Satarika. So, OutRun's compatible with the steering wheel. Let me think. It's compatible with the analog. Yes, it's compatible with the 3D controller or the analog pad and the, as it's known, and the arcade steering wheel. I personally prefer the arcade steering wheel. Oh yeah, this was, I mean, like I said, when this released in arcades, this was truly groundbreaking. It was just, there was nothing else that could remotely this was the Daytona USA of its day in terms of 2D visuals, with the smooth scaling, the visuals, the steering wheel, it just felt like you were just driving a car. Just gonna chill for a moment. Just listen to the music in its entirety. I'm not going to turn down the enemy. The time I will turn down, but I'm not going to turn down the. Oh no! Let's get fucking rolling. Oh. Well, the time doesn't actually make it. It only gives you like 5 extra seconds or something, so it's not really making it any easier. And I don't really want to turn down the enemy level because that actually damages the integrity of the game. The time, not so much. That's just because the time can be.
Checkpoint.
Yeah, I mean, I always regard, when I was younger, I always regarded this as a racing game, but I think these days, it's fair to say, everyone, it's regarded as a driving game now because you're driving past cars. But the sound effects are great. I mean, that vroom really does sound like you've just passed a car. I assume it's a sample of them literally passing cars. Or a very good replica of a sample by the sound engineer. I mean, this really was AM2 at their very best. Sega AM2, the developers. The Amusement Vision 2. Yeah, it's either you swap at 88, you lose the least amount of speed in loader.
Checkpoint.
Okay, not bad, not bad. Can I do better? No, this. I'm going to be touch and go and make this. No, I'm not going to make it. So that music is so relaxing. Let's do some splash wave. Ooh. Yeah, I mean this is
Get ready.
just as I said, just the it is just the premier driving game in the arcades. And it wasn't until the Saturn we actually got a truly perfect port as well. I mean, they had quite a few. Mega Drive port wasn't bad. The Master System port was pretty good for the time, that was for sure.
Checkpoint.
Ooh, 78 seconds, I'm actually up. Not the best. The best run I had was 80, but I've not yet got another 80 run. Ow. Full gems, I'm chatting. Let's try that again. Sega I must admit, I'm not
Get ready.
a big fan of Turbo OutRun. Certainly the Mega Drive version, as Ariko mentioned, is not stellar. It's alright. I mean, then they did the OutRun Future game as well. Was it Future OutRun 2089, which is a bit of a weird one? I think my battery backup's gone in my car to that and I need to replace it. Future OutRun, I seem to recall, was done by Sims, I think, or Red. I think something like OutRun 2089 or something it's called.
Checkpoint. Come on, we're down to Checkpoint.
70, so I've lost 5 seconds. Come on, yes, we're up. I've caught up. Oh, you... Oh, I was well up.
Checkpoint.
Okay, I can still do this. Ooh, there's some close driving here. I've got lucky with their patterns at the minute. Don't smash into that. Come on, where's the end of the... Come on, come on, come on. Where's the end of the section? Come on, come on. Yes, yes, come on. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way, boys. Get out the way. Come on!
Checkpoint.
Yes, finally. Here we go, the fifth one. And this is actually a shorter section of track, so I've just got to try and get to the end. Come on. Without crashing. Come on. Oh! Oh, so annoyed that that one's so close. Should actually just turn off the scaler for a bit. I don't think I need it on this stream. Racing. Yeah, I should turn it off for this one. Ah, a bit annoyed I messed up on that last one. Splash away. Right, I will wrap up in a minute. I'll give it one last shot. I really wanted to... I should have beaten it that time. I slightly messed up. Appreciate everyone who's been on stream. As always, if you enjoy our streams, please do hit that like button. Very much appreciated. I got lucky, I will admit. Yeah, this I think I will wrap up at 12 o'clock, seeing as it's getting late at that point. But I hope you've all enjoyed this look at the iconic OutRun on Sega Saturn. It's been good fun, actually. The others were asking about Wing Wars, and I was tempted to do them and thought... let's try it again. I was tempted to do Wing Wars, and then I couldn't find it, and actually thought, no, I'll play something I quite...
Get ready.
enjoy. And Wing Wars isn't a bad game, it's quite a nice game actually, but it's a very short game. Yeah, no, I'll be heading off soon, but I do hope you've all enjoyed this stream again. Appreciate all the likes, everyone. I do have a Cotton reboot video coming out very shortly. And I'll probably do a playthrough of Athlete Kings. I kept looking at it thinking, yeah, I should probably do a playthrough as Mankiki Kazami. I have slightly resolved the SCART issue, but I noticed our Saturn SCART's now picking up a bit of a background interference. So it might be time. Let's try that again.
Get
There's
ready.
another bad run. This is such a nice, relaxing game to play. This is such a really good, relaxing game to play. Hi Custom Games 2112, thanks for subscribing, very much appreciate it. Welcome to Randomised Gaming. We do a whole host of randomised gaming videos on stream, so thank you for subscribing. And I stream every Monday, Tuesday and Thursday at 21. That was 9:30 PM UK time, or British summer time at present as it's known.
Checkpoint.
Apologies, I would say a bit more, but this is one of those games that really requires my attention. And we strange a mix of retro consoles, so although I'm a big fan of the Saturn, we do stream pretty much all the main Nintendo, Sony and Sega systems from the era. And at some point I will actually dig out the Commodore Amiga and hope a few of the games still work, and maybe even the ZX Spectrum, although that's going to be difficult as I need to get an RGB ZX Spectrum. I think the only one we have is an RF version. And hope the old cassette tapes work as well. Oh. Yes, welcome Custom Gamer 2112. Oh, this hasn't been a great run, is it? No, I'm not going to get to the checkpoint. Oh, the so close but so far run. Oh, nearly in that last run we got there, and I just messed it up. Although, as I said, I've previously done complete runs, so... determined to try. Appreciate the likes, everyone, very much. Thank you for everyone who has hit that like button. Appreciate it. If you enjoy our content here, it's very much appreciated, and it just helps. Basically, it does, hitting the like button does benefit us slightly, because it does tell the YouTube algorithm that people basically enjoyed this video, and this video therefore has more chance of being seen in the mass of YouTube videos being put out these days. Unfortunately, we're not in the subscriber numbers yet where we really benefit from the algorithm, unfortunately. Because you need like 100 or so subs. Yeah, I've actually learnt the YouTube algorithm is not the brightest when it comes to picking videos. I really want to get at least one clear tonight before I wrap up. Yeah, we cover gaming. Randomised Gaming covers gaming content, old, modern, new, indie, retro. But all the streams have largely been retro at present. In fact, I can't remember. I think I streamed one or two. I streamed a couple of Xbox One games. And I can normally tell when I do indie streams because no one turns up on them. present. There are some really good indie games as well, so I know some of you guys aren't nostalgic about them, but there are some really good indie games. And remember, today's indie game may be tomorrow's nostalgic classic. But yeah, there are some really good indie games. There's also some really bad indie games. I won't lie. And as someone who's worked professionally in the indie video games industry myself, I'm aware of the difference in spectrums and work. Oh, that was close. Oh, this is going to be a good run. Come on, if we can get under 12.
Checkpoint.
Now, can I get another good run on this stage? Got all the chicanes coming up. And I'm playing the Sega Saturn version. This is a live stream. You are watching a live Sega Saturn. So no emulation here, none of that rubbish. This is a genuine Saturn being streamed via an open source scan converter for the highest quality real retro footage, which is one of the reasons I wanted to
Checkpoint.
Okay, that was a really good run on that last one. Right, I don't want to mess it up. I'm well up on time at the minute, so I can afford to take it a bit safe actually. So I don't do anything too stupid. Get out of the way there, car. Apologies guys, I will check your comments out in a minute. I just don't want to lose this. You can probably understand why. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, yes, 20 seconds. Okay, we're doing good. Oh, you! That lorry driver pulled right in front of me. Right, I still got enough time. Oh no, come on, come on. Right, yes, just. Can't believe I got basically shoehorned by two lorries. So yeah, this game is actually brutally random. The traffic can literally make or break you in a run. I'm lucky there, that was a skid. Come on, 6 seconds. Yes! Oh, thank you everyone. X Gaming 76.5. Good to see you here again.
Congratulations.
Oh. Yeah, I had 70 seconds on the last round. Yes. Yes, I'm feeling my old steel gaming skills beginning to... And we get the darker sunset that indicates we finished it, yes. Ho ho! Record 5 minutes 23. That was a... Yeah, there you go. Rutubo Games. Congratulations, you made it. Nice Daytona reference there, Araka. Can you drive to D? I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a few more shots. X Gaming 76.5. I will give it. Oh yeah, this is... You tend to go for 1 minute around, Stu. Yeah, that's probably a good thing if you take longer than about a minute. And yeah, the Sega Saturn is an awesome machine, custom games. Yeah, I need to actually get, so I'm a European gamer and I need to actually get a Japanese Sega Saturn. I keep meaning to get a true NTSC one because power modified Sega Saturns do run a teeny bit slower. It's probably about a third of a hertz slower, which does affect some games. Course D, yeah, that's that'll be one in the... I think I did A, so that'll be one in the middle. The hardest one is E, I think, which is all right. So left is the easiest path, I think. Right is the hardest. At least that's how it works in OutRun 2. I'm not sure if that works quite the same in... I'll give D a shot. I can't guarantee anything. I'll swap back to the Japanese version now, as I've been doing the overseas version for a while now, so... As the course routes are slightly different.
Get ready.
Yeah, it is a superb game, OutRun 2, really is good. I mean, we've done a few videos on it. I haven't actually streamed it or anything, and it's been a while since I've done a decent video on it. We haven't done anything since we got the... To be honest, the Xbox is due some love on the channel, I will admit. There are quite a few games well overdue some love and some formats well overdue some love. This year may have a lot more Saturn stuff, but I have some big Saturn projects planned, so... I say planned, I still have one outstanding video I've had planned for about 3 years now that I need to finally finish.
Checkpoint.
I mean, this is probably the gaming equivalent of a genuine... You know the old review score when they review out of 100%? This is a game that would be classed as 100% because it's an all-time classic. It just plays well, it looks well, it was groundbreaking for the time, so it would be truly deserving of what I describe as a perfect score. Balance, difficulty. Okay, I'll try to get to D, but no promises. X Gaming, I will be finishing shortly, but I'm beginning to feel a bit more confident about how I'm driving now. I'm using brake a lot more to avoid that.
Checkpoint.
76, okay, so I've kept the time. I haven't lost the time. I think you start... Oh, that's what I hate. Yeah, I've been in the market for a little while now. I'm looking to try and get either a Japanese or a US Saturn with the... actually, no, Japanese Saturn, really, with the video card adapter to play Japanese... Basically, the MPEG card. So that way we could play and capture the MPEG card games. We could also then capture Japanese and American games at their true speed. Okay, this is not going to be as good as Run.
Checkpoint.
First I've actually been on this state. Oh no, it is this one. This is the Japanese version, so... It was the first time I got to this stage on the Japanese version. Yeah, I always like to score out of 100% rather than 10 out of 10. I always think... Because for me, that way you can sort of really grade every game and sort of really categorise them. Not going to do it this run. But yeah, smooth gaming. If you just got custom gaming, I should say, custom gaming 211. If you just look at all our videos on the channel, we have a huge selection of gameplay videos, long plays, even tech video stuff, and live streams of games across all platforms. So if there's a particular system you're after, just type its name into our search and you'll get a ton of videos. As long as it's not any of the old home computers, basically any of the consoles, Saturn, SNES, PlayStation 1, 2, you will get a selection. Yeah, I should come. Random Gamer DeGroon absolutely adored the Otogi games. And they were really good on Xbox. Or 100% if you prefer. Yeah, it's just, I just remember all the old Mad Games magazines used to review out of 100.
Get ready.
Appreciate the likes, everyone. That's me just being a bit nitpicky with the old 100%. I just remember all the old magazines, all the old school magazines that used to review stuff properly, I regard as rated out of 100. When you start getting, or 9.1 to whatever, basically 100%. When it started, I mean, there was rating out of 5 was a dreadful rating system. Yeah, the Otogis are really good. Sadly, I don't think they work on Xbox One or Xbox 2, annoyingly, the Otogi games. They were really, really good. Yeah, I've actually got a step-down converter as well, but I've just never... although I don't know if it still works, so I'm a bit... I mean, I have seen people who've swapped out the power boards as well, so... But yeah, if you get a Japanese system, you do need to be aware they... I'm not doing it this run, am I? Let's restart that. If you get a Japanese system, you do need to be aware of the fact that...
Get ready.
In the UK, we have a much more powerful main supply, and if you plug a North American or Japanese console that uses the lower power supply, you will blow its conductors apart for the power supply and have to get the bits replaced or repaired. And in some cases that can cause irreparable damage, so you do need a step-down converter. For quite a lot of consoles. Here in the UK, if you're buying North American ones. Likewise, you need a step-up converter if you want to play a European console in North America. What is my favourite game I've played in live? That's a good question, X Gaming. I'm not sure. So what have I really enjoyed live streaming? I mean, this has actually been really good fun live streaming today.
Checkpoint.
I mean, I will be cheeky. One or two streams, I have literally played games I've been actively playing. I'm just like, oh, I'll just put that on. I'm playing that, so I'll just play through that. Run out of time this run again. This is not a great run, but still, see how far I get. I've cleared it once. I'm happy now. Oh, that's I mean, me and Dragoon, it was quite good when we were doing the fight nights, although we haven't done any fight nights in a while. I might rope Dragoon in at some point, but Dragoon was a bit could be a bit charismatic at times, and he was like, oh, I've got to finish now. It's like, I'm supposed to stream for a bit. But yeah, I'll probably rope Random Game the Dragoon back and to do some more videos at some point. If I'm being honest, I'm not entirely sure what I'd say if I have a particular favourite game. I mean, there have been a couple of nice games that I've played that I hadn't really played before, and then I'm like, actually, this is a really good game during the stream. So I've had a sort of epiphany. Yeah, I will try and get Dragoon back in to do some more fight nights. I'd like to do some more verse matches games as well. What was weird about the fight nights is though, is often me and Dragoon would do the first hour and then no one would turn up, and then I'd be like finishing, and then people would often turn up right at the end, which was a bit annoying. But yeah, I will do some more fight nights. I need to actually cover some more fighting games on the channel. I haven't done in a while. I know some of the fighting fans are probably getting a bit annoyed at the minute at me for not doing it. I mean, I take it you guys did watch, because I don't recall a lot of you guys being on the Fight Night stream, so I take it some of you watched them back afterwards? I think you're on one or two, but yeah. I mean, me and Dragoon should go head to head again. I might rope him in for some more stuff, perhaps nearer Christmas. Or perhaps in the winter months, once it all cools down. I'm just saying that this stream took about, I think, at least took a good half hour before most of you guys turned up. So, because I can imagine not everyone can jump on when a stream starts. So, it'd be nice if I could get a few more people. Yeah. It would be nice. Oh, that's a proper mess up. It'd be nice if I could get more people on at the start of the streams, but I appreciate not everyone can jump on right at the start because you're doing other things in real life. I mean, do you guys get notified of them pretty much? So, because I'm debating whether I should give you like a week's notice of the streams. So set them up like a week in advance, whether that would help. but I don't think it really would.
Checkpoint.
You don't get home till 10. Ah, no worries. 8-bit SNK boy. Yeah, I don't need. I'm trying to get to. I'm not going to do it again. X Gaming. I'll give it one last run. Scratch it, yeah. I know what you mean. When I used to finish. I remember I used to work in the government. I used to be the other side of the city I lived, and that used to take about an hour, and that literally would take an hour to get home. So I'd finish at like 5:30 and not get back till 6 or 7 o'clock. And lo and behold, and I can remember a few times where the buses didn't turn up for about 40 minutes. Okay lads, I'll give it one last shot to see if I can do another route, and I think I'll aim for D again. So let's do Passing Breeze one last time, but this is going to be it. I'm going to wrap up now.
Get ready.
Can I just check, you guys watch the main videos we do as well, not just the streams? Because I know a lot, the streams don't get as many views as the main videos, so I assume you guys all watch the main videos as well, you just don't seem to comment on them. Right, let's restart.
Get ready.
But yeah, I mean, design-wise, this is just a perfect game. I mean, you can't really say anything wrong with it. I mean, it's really simplistic. You drive past cars. You've got to avoid them. The AI does deliberately try to swerve into you at points. The road on some of the stages is intentionally narrower to make it more difficult. So stages like this with the open roads are much easier than the ones on the narrow stages. All very carefully. Every stage is designed to look different, give you a feel like you're travelling across the world. Like that guy's deliberately been swerving into me just now. And of course we have this really clever transition between the two stages. It is... Oh, that was a brilliant run. I didn't lose. I actually gained time. Says he crashes into a car. I've got to brake a little bit more. Although strangely, I didn't see. I know most of you weren't watching the streams in the earlier half of the year, so I don't know if you were getting notifications for them. or whether you just weren't watching Randomised Gaming, fair enough. You are entitled to watch whatever YouTube channels you so desire. And I will be honest, we are relatively small in comparison to some of the other bigger fish on YouTube. But yeah, I mean, kudos to Yosu Ketsu and the team at AM2 who made this. This really is. I mean, this is a vastly better game than, say, even Shenmue. It's just more tighter and just everything. So you don't tend to watch too many of the long plays then, 8-bit SNK boy. It's interesting then, we get me to get different people who watch the streams to the long plays. Just to add to the mix of the chaos that is YouTube. I nearly said a profanity there. I'm pretty good at not saying them. If the mic was off, I would have sworn there. And my thumb is steadily getting an imprint of the B button on it. Oh wow. I'll give it one last shot. At least I can see the B button on my thumb at the minute. My thumb is getting a bit old and not as resilient as... You weren't getting notifications. I wonder if YouTube messed up the notifications. Either that, or if you don't watch a video or two, it then just doesn't send notifications. I wonder if... I think YouTube may have... The notification system may have screwed up and we weren't getting our viewers getting viewed. Let's do Magical Sound Shower one last time. Okay, I'm going to actually...
Get ready.
I will try and get to D, seeing as X Gaming asked for it, but... Oh, that wasn't a great start. That's one last. Yeah, if I say it would.
Ready?
Yeah, well, I don't swear too much in real life, but I do swear a teeny bit more than what I do on stream. I make sure to mentally keep a note. There may be the odd. May occasionally be the odd profanity. Nothing is live, so there may be the odd mishap, so to speak. A bit like live TV, you can never be quite sure it'll be alright on the night, as they say. And as the old outtake bloopers show used to be called. Oh! Let's try that again. Right. So...
Get ready.
This is literally going to be it, guys. Even if I'm going to run even if I mess up. But just nice to listen to the music. Oh, and I haven't put in gear. But yeah, I mean, absolutely beautiful Sega Saturn game. Absolutely beautiful video game. Just as I said, this is, I mean, there should be more indie games like this, actually. Stuff like this with tweaks and variants on the gameplay. I mean, if this is the thing, if you are designing like indie or art house games, you are competing with titles like this from 1986, so you do need to be on top of your game in many aspects. It might be, I'll tell you what it might be, SNK, but you might need to literally have watching a set number of our videos for a certain threshold. Yeah, if you don't, it won't then start. Hello, Nefaris. Outrun 3 when? Yes, maybe one day. Sega don't look in too good shape these days, sadly. Just a port of Outrun on the PlayStation 4 would be nice. And Turbo Outrun, and Outrunners, and the Mega Drive games, and the Master System games. Well, I'm sad to say, Nefarious, you've come right at the end of the stream, so I will be finishing, but thank you guys all for joining, and just enjoy the last few minutes of it. And if you haven't already, please do smash that like button if you've enjoyed this stream. Oh, that was close. I mean, this game's meant to be like the wind in your hair. You've got the beautiful woman sitting next to you and you're just going for a drive wherever you feel like. It's almost, it's very much sort of Hollywood fantasy with the character sort of driving off happily ever after, and this is the drive as they go looking for their next place where to settle down. I said this game is also very hypnotic. The way the scaling is, it's just mesmerising at times. Oh, okay, this is not going to be a successful run, sadly. Ow. Failure at the caves, as they say. That's a Star Wars reference. Oh! I think Atogi is still owned by From Software. I might be wrong. I think the license is still owned by... But that is it, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, as I listen to this beautiful Sega Outrun music. Not Sega Rally. Yes, this is the passing breeze, the splash wave, the magical sound shower, and the last wave. Apologies to latecomers, I am just finishing the stream now. Appreciate to everyone who's watched this. Yeah, I'm kind of in agreement in there, Ataraka, because this gives you a pseudo 3D effect. So to do a pseudo 3D in 1980. Splash Wave still the best. Just for you, while we're chatting away. Splash Wave arranged. Yep, have a great night, everyone. I think quite a few people are not on stream now, but thanks for joining, guys. I think some people may have just dropped by. I appreciate all the likes. Yeah, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain about the fact I stuck it on easy. It only gives you like 5 more seconds anyway, so. Street. Alright, I'll give you one last race actually. I'll do it one last time.
Get ready.
I left the traffic at normal, which is actually the harder. Seeing as you joined Nefarious. I can never pronounce your name actually, Nefarious. I'll do one last run for the hell of it. But yes, that's while I'm wrapping up. So thank you all for watching. I wish you a good night, a good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I'm your host for this randomised gaming stream, Random Gamer Riven. And if you're joined late, you can always go back and rewatch the whole of this stream as we look at the wonderful Sega OutRun, the Sega 8 or the Sega Ages version of Sega OutRun on the Sega Saturn. That is a arcade perfect port with some nice bonus features such as a superb arranged soundtrack you are currently listening to. I did play the arcade sounds a little bit earlier, but I just prefer the arranged soundtrack.
Checkpoint.
And as always, one last reminder, if you enjoy our content, please do smash that like button. It's very much appreciated. It does help us in the endless war with YouTube's algorithm to recommend our videos to other people. And of course, we have a whole range of content on the channel. And if you enjoy our content, please do consider subscribing, as Custom Games did in tonight's stream. Thank you very much appreciated if you have done. And even if you don't, no worries. As long as you come back, that's all that matters. Okay, that's good. That was and this version was released in 1996, and it was developed by Rutubo Games and published by Sega. And of course, the original 1986 arcade version of this was developed by Sega AM2. And this is available on Sega Saturn. OutRun was also re-released on Dreamcast, as it was included in Shenmue 2, and it was also included in the Yo Setsu Games work. I think there's a version of it on the Xbox on OutRun 2, as I seem to recall. Don't think. No, I might just make this.
Checkpoint.
Okay, pretty much need a perfect run now. Nope, not happening now. Yeah, there was the 3D Ages version. I think a couple people said the soundtrack to that was really good. But I'm mainly thinking of versions of the original OutRun that were arcade perfect. And it is available on 3DS as well, as Araka mentioned, and I think one of the guys, I think Dragoon has it as well on 3DS. I think it's actually widescreen, which is really nice, the 3DS version. Okay, I'm about to bow out here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, well, at least I beat it the once tonight. Yeah, the PlayStation 2 version was not very good, so... Okay, everyone, I hope you're done smashing that like button, hitting sub, whatever, because I'm just about to wrap up. Enjoy the last wave for the final time. So I will be back streaming again next week. Not sure what platform. I might make a platform change. Maybe Dreamcast, actually. I'm expecting something, so we might be doing some Dreamcast coverage next week. You might all be pleased to hear. It's actually been yonks since we've done Dreamcast, so that might be quite good. In the meantime, I'm going to make myself a cup of tea and take off my headphones because I can feel the sweat coming in. It's actually quite stuffy here in the UK. It's cold, but it's not cold. It's still quite cool. But yes, thank you, Nefarious. You can go back and watch the whole stream from the start. Apologies, it's annoying when people join late. I hate having to wrap up when people join, but unfortunately that's the nature of the beast. It is now 44 minutes past midnight here in the UK. Thank you to everyone who's hit that like button. Thank you to all our viewers on stream. Appreciate it. As always said, like, sub if you haven't already and you enjoy our content. It's entirely up to you if you like our stuff. You can even hit the down vote if you want to be a miserable person. I actually hate the dislike button because it tells me nothing why people hit it. If you say in the comments, I dislike this video, blah blah blah, for this reason, fine. But if you don't, there's just pointless hitting the dislike button. It just looks mean and a bit. I really think it's actually, but don't even bother hitting the dislike button. Just write a comment at the bottom and say this is why. Because I think the dislikes actually add to your. I think the more likes or dislike you have, YouTube just thinks that they're both good. It thinks people have basically spent the time to click that button, which is what it matters to it. But that's it from me, everyone. Have a good weekend because I won't be streaming tomorrow. I will have a Cotton reboot mini review part of the Now Playing series coming out, hopefully tomorrow or Saturday, and I will do a video on Athlete Kings as well. I do mean to do Mech Warrior as well. I'm also going to probably need to get a new Saturn RGB SCART cable, I suspect, but in the meantime, have a good weekend, everyone, and I will see you all streaming again on Monday. So from me, Random Gamer Riven, good night, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Have a good weekend, everyone.